Let me transfer you.
Switch to Farm Bureau Insurance today and get real service instead of getting really tangled up. For auto, home, life, and health, get the membership advantage. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
We got through the Virginia game, and it was something that has been talked about for a long time. We came out on the short end, but I think our focus now is to be ready for Elon in 2 weeks.
Latrell, how did you think you played?
We were up and down. I thought we rushed the ball, fairly well in the first half. We made some plays on defense. I think with the exception of the first drive in the first half, our defense played well. I think, Virginia was able to wear us down a little bit in the second half. And, just like you guys finished talking about, I thought we were still in the game, until this interception here going to the end zone. It's kind of a momentum killer. But like I said, things happen. We'll be back.
It looks as though Aaron's going to give you a chance, the way he can go out and throw the ball. Could you kind of review his performance?
I thought he played well. He's what we thought he was. He's savvy. He's a leader. I think, he made plays with his feet. He made good decisions. And I think once we get all of his tools back, we'll be fine. We were missing 2 starters tonight, Kevin Westervelt and Dante Boston. We'll have those guys back in 2 weeks, and that'll just give him one more guy to protect him and one more weapon to throw it to.
Talk about that touchdown run in the first quarter. He was in a pile, and then all of a sudden he just poked through.
Well, we tell our guys to keep on playing, and I think that's the mark of who Kendall Gaskins is. He's a tough kid. He's a physical kid, and they didn't blow the whistle. He kept his feet churning, and he popped out of there.
Can you talk about Aaron's mobility? He seemed to have, do well in the pocket and get a lot of rushing yards.
He's an athlete, and obviously, we're gonna need his feet, to help us win games. That was one of the reasons that he came out on top in the quarterback job, because we knew that he'd be able to give us, plays with his feet in the passing game.
They had a lot of running backs, and they could give you a lot of different looks. But it looked like Payne was the guy that kind of got them going with the power.
Keith is big, and I think they wore us down, and Keith just kept on churning, and they hit us with a couple of different backs, and but like I said, he was probably the difference maker because he's a load to bring down.
The first drive, do you think there was any jitters with you and as far as the team coming back? And then after that, it seemed like you all settled down a second.
Yeah, I don't think it was jitters. I think we tackled poorly. The very first play, Perry Jones made a nice run, and our safety, just missed the tackle. But I think once the guys settled in and caught up to the speed of the game, we're okay.
Was there any nerves coming in here?
No, obviously, we've done this before. We've all coached in games before. I just had a different headset on tonight, and I leaned on my staff. Just as I have all preseason. There was nothing to be nervous about. It's just another football game.
How would you rate your performance?
I don't know. We'll go back and we'll watch it. I think we managed the game well as a staff. Obviously there are different calls that we may make in a different situation, and we've just got to do everything we can do to continue to put the kids in the best situation possible.
As far as the inability to get the running game really established, you think it's more so their size and toughness, or just mixed schemes, or what?
No, if you look at it, we ran it, 30 times for 150 yards. That's 5 yards a carry. So I think we ran the ball fairly effectively. I think there was a 4th and 1 we didn't convert on, and just some situations where we missed some assignments in our blocking. But I think we'll be okay running the ball. I still feel really good about our tailback by committee. Obviously, you guys got a chance to see Kendall tonight. You got a chance to see Garrett, and we'll be okay.
You said early in the season that the offensive line was sometimes you want to get it to jail. Do you think they made the improvement to jail?
Well, those guys are down 1 starter. So our starting 5 still hadn't played together, and I think just the off week will give us the ability to get those guys together, and we'll play some more football in the 2 weeks that we have off, or in the week that we have off, and be ready. But I think those guys are still a work in progress, like I've said the entire time. They did a decent job tonight, though. They weren't terrible.
Defensively, there was a lot of missed tackles. Do you think that might have been a bit of not being prepared, and what are they going to do?
Well, I don't think they're unprepared. We just got to make tackles. Those guys are on scholarship over there too, and they're recruited for their ability to make people miss. And we've just got to make sure that we tackle better.
Anything else?
With so many new components and everything coming, how big is that having week off next week?
Well, as a coach, the first thing you want to do is get right back to it, and play again next week. But we'll take it. We'll get healthy, and we'll study Richmond a little bit more and figure out what we need to do to take care of ourselves. And later in the week, we'll start working on Elon.
Any surprises in Coach London's game plan?
No, I mean they did what we thought they'd do. You know, they ran it, they threw it when they had to. I think they tried to take the pressure off of Mark Verica, you know, by handing the ball to their backs and putting them in a good situation. They had a good game plan and they executed it well.